Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of Advent of Code 2025. In this problem we're given long integers, or you can think of them as strings of digits, like these 4 for example here. And the problem is to find the largest 2-digit number that can be made from these. So for the first one it's going to be 98, right? You could pick any 2 digits, but they do have to be in order. So yeah. So for the first one, it's 98. For the second one, it's going to be 89. For the third one, it's going to be 78. For the fourth one, well, we've got a 9, so we should use that as our leading digit. So it's going to be 92. This is the largest 2-digit number you can make from this last one. So let's have a look at our input here that I downloaded. So it's on the right-hand side here. We've got 200 or so of these very large integers, and I've written a line of Python here just to read that in and printed out the first line here. So let's see if we can figure out what the answer is here. So if we pick 2 digits here to make a number, well, we want the largest one. So there's an 8 here, there's an 8 here, there's no 9 at all. So let's use the 8s. So 88 looks like the largest 2-digit number we can make from this input. Now, in terms of coding a solution here, we could look at all pairs of digits in the input, but that's a bit inefficient. So instead, we'll use a kind of a greedy algorithm where we look at the largest digit in the string, or the first occurrence of the largest digit, which is 8 here. And then we're going to look at the largest digit in the rest of the string, right? And this is also pretty easy to implement recursively, and that also sets us up for part 2 of the problem. So let me write a function to do that. So we can do, I'll call it solve rec for recursive, and then we have our line, which is a string here. I mean, we could convert it to an integer, but let's leave it as a string. And then we have a num digits argument here, which tells us how many digits we're looking for. So we're going to start with 2 here because we're looking for 2, and then we'll recurse on that. So we're going to subtract 1 after we find the first digit, and then we'll be looking for 1 more digit after we found the first digit, right, for our 2-digit number, if that makes sense. So let me just write the function and it'll become clearer, hopefully. So we'll output a string here, the string representation of our number that we're after. And so our base case is if numDigits is 1, we're going to return simply the max of the line, right? If we're looking for a 1-digit number in the long string, that's the maximum, then we'll just return the maximum. Otherwise, we'll first find the maximum. So let's create a variable maxi, which is the max of the line. Now, the one issue is that we need to make sure we don't go all the way to the end of the string, because for a 2-digit number, you can't start that one at the very end, right? So, I mean, 34 would be the last 2-digit number here in this input, right? You can't start your 2-digit number with the last 4. So we're not going to go to the very end. We're going to go all the way up to minus numDigits plus 1, right? And then, so maxi will be the first digit of our largest number. Then we just have to solve the problem for the remaining digits of the number. So we can simply call the function here with the remaining part of the input here, which is going to be line of, let's see, well, it's going to be line.index of maxi, which just gives us the first occurrence of the maximum, plus 1, right? All the way to the end. And then we're going to do numDigits minus 1 for the recursive call, and we're going to simply return maxi plus that. And then let's test it out on our first string here. So solve line 0 with 2 digits, we get 88. So that is indeed correct. And then to solve the whole problem, we're going to do, they want us to add up all the largest numbers. So we can do solve x for x in lines, and we're going to sum them all up. And that's wrong because I need to turn these into integers. And that is the right answer for part 1 of my problem. Now for part 2, there's only a small change needed in the code here. They want us to find the largest 12-digit number. So instead of 2, we have 12. And that gives us this giant number. But that's the correct answer for part 2 of the problem. So it might take some time to understand this if you're looking at this for the first time. But I think this is a neat solution to the problem. Probably not the most efficient, but certainly not the least efficient. And it works. So thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how I can, what you're looking for in these videos and how I can help you learn better. And see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.